Okay, this is the south greenhouse, and whenever we're running the mister, we really run the risk of keeping things too wet. So we have a couple things going on that are interesting, not necessarily good, but interesting. We've got some algae growth here. We also have sort of a cool creature, really simple little green plant called a liverwort. This particular one, I think, is Marcantia polymorpha. Again, just an interesting creature that will show up when your soil conditions are too moist, which it loves, and the spores come down and you get that funky little liverwort, very simple green plant growing. The other thing we do have, which is more concerning, is that we do have fungus gnats building in this. So I prepared the fungus gnat solution, and I'll show you a little bit about how we do that. So here is a solution in a watering can. This solution is our BT, our Gnatrol product. I've mixed it, added more liquid to it, and again I stir it one more time. And then for large areas, and again pretty significant fungus gnats on these ferns because such a big pot and very low, they're not growing fast enough to use all the moisture. So when I'm using it, I'll just make sure I cover the top surface. That's all you have to cover. And that application without the little disperser is good for big pots. And if I want to try to control some of the fungus gnats, like on this flat of slow growing sensitive plant, I would use the disperser and then be able to get kind of a quick path going. I'll try to show it while I'm holding things. But again, your goal is to just really get the top done, come over things that are a full flat once, covering all of the surface. Sorry, it's hard to do while I'm talking. And that's the goal. Let me try one more time over here. If you noticed, I wasn't as concerned when there's a really tight, dense crop or a dense stand, because then the algae doesn't tend to grow and accumulate on the surface. So you tend to get less fungus gnats when you have not very much soil showing. So usually it's these stands of either thin plants or plants that are broadcast into flats and they take a while to germinate. So again, this is the technique for that. You get a good stream growing, kind of just keep moving with it. All right, and it really is just about covering the surface because the BT product will take care of the soil. Those little fungus gnat larvae are in the top little bit of the soil. Okay,